All right, boys, we back from the dead. Welcome to another live stream. We're gonna kick things off in just a second here. Let me get everything pulled up in the studio. Boom, we got that going. Let's close out our thumbnails and all that stuff so our computer's not working overdrive. We can close out this. If we go to OBS, docs, control panel, in the chat. Oh, there's that. We gotta get the phone plugged in. We're about to open some cases, boys. Bro, the one time I have to go to bed early. Rager, no. We about to open up some cases, my guy. We back and live. Naran Kaposka, welcome back. I recognize the names, everybody. Thanks for tuning back in. Let me just make sure we're good on this live stream with gameplay. Boom, chat is up too. Love to see it. All right, sweet. How many? Bro, I got 3 different accounts left that have all of the skins from the battle pass. So it's gonna be a pretty decent amount here. I gotta do all of the cases. I gotta do all the boxes and stuff. And then obviously I'm gonna buy some more too. I got a ton of silver, so I have like 3 different accounts we're gonna be opening a bunch of stuff on. Lukanov, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back. Yo, you guys are absolutely insane, by the way. Bro, I was on vacation with my family for like a week and I didn't upload, and I got people in the Discord saying I'm like dead and shit. It's crazy how the internet works, bro. I didn't go nowhere, man. I just had some life things going on, bro. That's it. We here, man. We ain't going nowhere. Oh, we're gonna get pink? Oh, no. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. I freaking hate getting these temporary skins, bro. It's so lame. So lame, man. I don't want to open the Gambit boxes. We'll run the Chameleon. I've already done this on 3 different accounts for a video and haven't gotten anything good yet. Also, let's turn the sound on. Oh, I forgot that you guys can hear the sound, but I can't. I forgot to grind Battle Pass this update. Yeah, bro. I grinded the Battle Pass on 7 technically. 7 accounts. I got my main account and I got 6 alt accounts. And I completed the Battle Pass on all of them, bro. It was an absolute grind. It was honestly kind of miserable at times, but I really wanted to do it mainly to get the gold, but also to make a video to see how profitable the Battle Pass is. So that's really the point of this whole thing, is to see if it's worth buying the pass and how much gold can you actually get out of the Battle Pass. And we'll have like 6 or 7 different accounts to like test the theory on. So yeah, that was the plan. It was kind of miserable. I honestly don't recommend it. Some of the missions are an absolute grind. I didn't finish every single mission for every single pass, but I did get the glove case. Like I did it to level 45 or whatever you have to get for the glove case. Also, let me switch my headphones here to my computer so I can actually hear the cases and things. That would be nice. That would be nice indeed. Let's do that. But yeah, the Battle Pass just ended, boys. There we go. So now I've got I can actually hear the cases and stuff. Battle Pass just ended. So now we just wait. We wait patiently until the update comes where we can actually start selling some of this stuff. I can't wait to buy the white gloves, bro. I want to make a video going through selling all of my skins, dude. I'm excited, man. It's kind of crazy how like we get an update and then we can't wait for it to be over, and then we can't wait for the next update so we can sell the things from the next one, and then after that happens we're like, wait, now where's the next update? Give us another battle pass. And it's like, bro, if I was a developer, It's kind of crazy, bro. You can never really like satisfy people. I forgot to grind this battle pass update. I only got to like level 22 on the regular battle pass. Yeah, that's tough, bro. It's really like you got to go to the later stages of it to get anything good. Open a charm. Honestly, dude, for the sake of making a video later on, I'm not going to open any of the Gambit stuff because I want to sell all of it and see how much you can actually profit from the battle pass. It's a plan that I have for a video, so I'm not going to do that. I did open up one of the Gambit boxes earlier by accident, and I got the Desert Eagle. So Quiet says, I just want to pop in and say, hey, say what's up, Emilio. Yo, what's going on, Quiet? How you doing, man? It's been a little minute, but we back at it, dude. I was on vacation for like a week. I'm not dead, I promise. We're coming right back at it with all the content stuff like that. I got a bunch of videos planned. I got some bangers lined up, guys. So we're coming back with a vengeance, dude. Also, a lot of things have been happening behind the scenes with the channel too, and I'm pretty pumped, guys. We got Shiori, another OG in the chat. What's up, Shiori? I missed you too, man. I seen you saying the Discord was dead, bro. What's up with that? That's crazy work, bro. I disappeared for like a week. I had some life stuff I got to get sorted out. But we back at it, bro. We're live streaming. We're going to have videos coming out very soon. I got a bunch of bangers lined up. So, yeah. Also, some exciting announcements. I'm hesitant to talk about it right now because some of them I need to make sure that they're like locked in. But yeah, there's two potential opportunities that have come to me via the Standoff 2 community and channel and stuff like that. Once I know for sure that they are happening, I'll make an announcement, probably first in the Discord, and then I'll make a video or talk about it on streams and on the channel and stuff. But a couple things in the works that I'm extremely excited about. A lot of it is stuff that I've like since starting the channel, since starting live streams. Things that I've wanted to do for myself, for the community, for content. So I'm pretty pumped about that. The rate that we've been growing at on the channel has been kind of insane. And I honestly, like, the goal was to have some of these opportunities and some of these things happen, but I didn't expect it to be this quick. So it's been pretty surreal in that regard. I pinged you like 10 times over the last couple weeks, bro. I was on the move. I didn't really have internet, so I couldn't be engaged the way I wanted to. I would literally like I'd duck away to try to find somewhere I could get some internet so I could do like the daily missions for the battle pass, so I could finish that on my accounts, bro, for this video, because I worked so hard, bro, grinding out all those missions, and I was somewhere where I didn't really have internet all the time, so it was kind of difficult to stay active and stay up to date with stuff. So appreciate you guys for being patient, but yeah, everybody can take a week off once in a while. You know what I mean? Bro, the Discord was filled with me, Flip, and Alex. Yeah, you guys are active in there, bro. I appreciate it. Also, I lost my best mod, bro. Meow Meow said he's taking like a 2-month break. He didn't really explain why. So we need some more mods in the Discord, bro. I don't know what I'm doing with Discord. I'll be completely honest. I've never used it. So I need help with the Discord, man, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to do with it, but I'm just not sure how it all works. So, but I am trying to get more active in there. I'm trying to get more people in there to make it bigger, better, all that stuff. So that sucks, no internet. Yeah, but it's nice every once in a while to kind of just tune out, bro. Like, I do this YouTube channel. I have other channels. I have other businesses and stuff like that. All of it revolves around the internet. So for me, bro, not having the internet is basically being like completely unplugged from most of my life. And some people might think that's terrible, but for me, I actually quite enjoy it, bro. I'm a nature boy at heart, man. I do enjoy being like out in the wilderness or at a beach or wherever, just kind of surrounded by nothing but, you know, nature, maybe other people, and just leaving technology out of it sometimes, bro. It's nice to disconnect. Rager says I'm like 4 gigabytes over my data limit. Feels bad, man. I know that shit's getting throttled heavy right now. My boy's on 4G right now. We are so back. Absolutely, bro. Quiet says I don't miss my data limit, Slim out. Yeah. He's on that unlimited plan. I'm not much of a Discord wizard either. Yeah, bro. I literally like the creation of this YouTube channel and starting this community was the beginning of my experience with Discord. I'd heard of it. I knew what it was, but I'd never made one. I had never like messaged people. Like, bro, even just getting the first couple mods that I had in there, they're like, yeah, just give me admin permissions. I'm like, bro, how do I do that? I'm kind of a noob with Discord, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm technically savvy, which is funny. Like, I can get a lot of other stuff done with like, you know, computers and tech and stuff like that. It's like mainly like what I do most of the time anyway, like for money. But yeah, it's funny that like some random shit like Discord's like my brain doesn't want to do it. But I understand the importance, and there's a lot of cool things. Like, bro, the way it's set up now, where as soon as I publish a video, it automatically like sends it into the Discord. That's fire, bro. I'd be a mod. I kind of know Discord. All right, bro, message me in there. Message me on the Discord, bro. Yo, what's up, Ruled King? What's up, man? I watch your videos, bro. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the stream. Hey, sometimes you need just the fresh air and a nice bonfire. Facts, bro. Facts. Where I'm from, that is the thing that people do. They sit out around a bonfire, campfire, just chill, link up with a couple friends, and just kick it for a night. Especially right now, bro, in the summer where there's like, you know, the skies are clear, the stars are out, the weather's nice. That's what people be doing, bro. It's nice. It's nice to get outside and just disconnect from the tech, disconnect from the internet for a little bit. Quiet says Verizon on top, bro. F Verizon, dog. Verizon can eat one. Verizon can eat a glizzy, bro. AT&T on top, man. Not sponsored, by the way. What's poppin', guys? What's poppin'? Raider says I got freedom. Hell yeah. All right. I know I'm yapping a bit, but I'm excited to see you guys. I haven't talked to y'all in a little minute, so we got to get caught up and everything. Let's get through these cases, bro. There's so many, bro. I have a ton. And I got to buy all the ones for silver, too. All right, question for you guys. Would you rather pull a nameless fragment or a knife? I know just based off of gold, like the nameless fragment would be more than most of the knives, but honestly I want to do it just because that'd be legendary, bro. It's so rare. It's like a 1 in 0.002 chance. Like, that's insane, bro. What? Shiori says you did some off-cam grinding. Hell yeah, dude. I completed the battle pass on 7 accounts, bro, for a video, and it was miserable. I played a lot of Beholder games, and I played a lot of Arms Race that I didn't want to play. Let's just say that. Eat a glizzy is wild. Loki, want to try Mint Mobile? Bro, I see all the Mint Mobile ads. I never used it, though. Nameless frag is so worth it. Yeah, that would be insane. Even though I don't live in the States. Oh, okay. Isn't a nameless only like 5K on the market? I think it's like 7. But if you sell it, you probably only get like 5K out of it. Let's check. 6K. The market's been moving up and down a lot recently. It's kind of how it goes in like the middle or like kind of towards the end of a battle pass or an update. So to be expected, but yeah, I'm surprised that the fragments cost what they cost, honestly. When they first came out, they were super expensive. I was like, no one's ever going to buy these. From when are you playing this game? I started playing Standoff 2 in 2023, I think. I think the first operation that I remember was the space, what was it, like space invasion or like space something. That when that operation was happening was when I first played the game. I didn't really get super into it until like the winter of 2023. The Frosty Chaos Battle Pass was the first one that I like played, grinded, started getting into skins and all that stuff too. Not skyrocketed to 7K. Yeah, the nameless fragment is, if you somehow manage to pull one, that is like, bro, that's a major come up. Yeah, I'd rather pull a knife, low-key, even though all even though I got all the knives that I want. Yeah, yeah. We live in our farmland and it's great. I just can't imagine living here without the internet. It's what keeps us sane and not become one of them wrong turn people. Honestly, dude, for me, that's kind of the dream, dude. That's like the best of both worlds. I would love to have a farm with animals and stuff like that, and like dogs and kids and the whole shebang, and like have that, you know, country kind of lifestyle, but obviously still be connected with the internet. You know what I mean? It's a balance thing, dude. But at the end of the day, like if I was to live in a city and be crazy involved in stuff on the internet and just like, I don't know, like some people thrive in that environment. I don't. You know, I like being in nature. I like having my space. I like being close enough to cities or like, you know, areas where there's a higher population so that I can go and I can hang out with people and I can network and I can do business and all of these things. But I also like, I'm a person that just enjoys my space sometimes, dude. I'm someone that very much enjoys being, I'm like an introverted extrovert, bro. I know that makes no sense. But I really am someone that I enjoy being around people for a limited time. And then when my social battery is used up, I got to retreat back to myself and like spend some time by myself, like in my little cave, you know what I mean? Or outside, or like chilling and reading a book, or just like going to the gym. Spending time by myself is important to me. So I enjoy being in environments where I get like the best of both worlds. So being in the country on a farm, but having good internet is kind of lit, bro. Lukanov, where are you at, bro? Are you in the United States or somewhere else? We got Ruled King here. Let's go. WSO2 creator. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. W Lukanov. Agreed, bro. That is the dream indeed. I started 2023 in Subject X. I think that's probably, bro, my biggest regret is not buying the battle pass for Subject X. I think I had it, but now that I have like my red inventory, that was the last red icon, or like the charm that you could get on your account, like the emblem, and I need a red emblem, bro. I don't have any. That was the last operation where they had a red one, so I regret not buying the like diamond pass or whatever. It would have been like $200 something, $300 for the full pass to get it, but I gotta complete my red account, my full red inventory, bro. And all I'm missing is like the emblem for your account. So yeah, nature vlog when Shiori. Honestly, bro, it's crazy you say that. If you guys really want a nature vlog, I might be able to deliver on that. We could do a nature stream, bro. How crazy would that be? I'll bring like I'll bring my computer. I'll bring a hotspot out. We can set up the stream in like the woods or some middle of nowhere at the beach or something like that. The audio would be terrible, but you know, it'd be fun. It'd be a good time. I feel like we all like that though, especially when you live in the Midwest. Yeah, dude, the Midwest is fire. I've never been out there like for a long period of time, but I've traveled through it, and it's a different way of life, man. Different way of life. I've spent a lot of time in like the southern United States too, like Florida and Georgia, and you know, if you get into some of the more like rural parts there, you've got like, you know, just endless cotton fields, endless cornfields, stuff like that. And it's like, bro, that lifestyle where it's like, for me personally, bro, if I can't go into my backyard, shoot my guns and ride a dirt bike, then like, you know, and the cops aren't coming to like shut it down, like that's the lifestyle that I grew up with, bro. I grew up in the country, so for me, those kinds of things are important. You know what I mean? Just being able to go out into nature, being able to have a little bit of freedom, being able to do things that I like to do, and not really be bothered by other people, and also not be disturbing anyone as well. You're doing a good job with the content. We'll monetize soon. We'll see, man. We'll see. I hope so. That'd be fun. That'd be cool. But right now, just focused on putting out more videos and getting more streams done. I got a couple other like opportunities with the channel too, so I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It is coming soon, hopefully. Dude, I miss those old bundles. I hate the new bundles we got. What do you mean, like the Like the old battle passes or the operations, or what do you mean by bundles? A Lightning says, I got beat so bad in the rank today, my belly started hurting, bro. What are you talking about? In ranked standoff, made your belly hurt? That sucks, man. I'm sorry for that. Ruled King knows what's up? Yes, sir. I gotta go. I'll DM you in a bit about mod. All right, man. Sounds good. Message me on the Discord. I got you. Yo, 300 subs. Congrats. Thanks, man. Thanks. Peace, bro. Later, quiet. Thanks for stopping in, bro. Nice to talk to you again. 300 big W. Yes, sir. We on the way, man. I'm live on a river so I can fish whenever. Or you live on a river so you can fish whenever. That's sweet, man. That's dope. Dang, bro. 300 hella fast. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Philippines, brother, making 500K USD a year from our farm here. You can live like a king here with 10K. That is so fire, bro. Luke. Listen, dog. I'm trying to like remain relatively anonymous here, but let's just say that I also am going to be moving to another country that's going to be kind of close to where you're at. And that is also the game plan, bro. Is I have an online business and I will move to another country and live good. And I don't got the farm, bro. I don't got the farm, but the Philippines was also a place that I considered. It was on the list. So I'm curious, what your experience there has been like. So if you can jump into the Discord or like, bro, if you can message me and just like, I'd love to pick your brain about that a little more because it's something I'm super, super curious about. The competitive and assistance bundles were before 2020. Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. So like the older battle passes. Let's open some cases, boys. We've been yapping for a little bit. It's time to get some good skins here. Purple. Mid. Bring your money here and live like a king. In the Philippines, yeah. Oh, we got a stat track. AK, let's go, dude. Yes, sir. Yeah, also, I have for my business, I've hired people and worked with people from the Philippines as well. And depending on where you go, from what I understand, a lot of them speak good English, and it's a nice place to live, dude. So definitely, Luke, if you got the chance, bro, you can message me on Discord. I'd love to chop it up about that. What's your plan with these 7 battle pass rewards? My plan is to basically sell all of it and see how much gold we can potentially stand to profit from doing the battle pass. And then when it's all said and done, I'll probably transfer the gold back to my main account and buy some like nice knives, or invest the gold and buy some skins that I think are going to go up over the next however long year or so. Oh, we got a stat track Glock. All right. Revenge case, worst case, but let's see. Here we go. A Lightning says, all right, I have a theory about you, Mr. Mysterious. All right, bro. Keep it under wraps, bro. Don't leak. Hola, Lightning. Yeah, Lightning's an OG too. Shiori, Lightning, Quiet. All y'all boys been here for a minute. Such a peak anime. Gachi Akuda. Am I gonna have to check that out, bro? That's peak anime. How have I never heard of this, bro? Is that just the Is that the Japanese name? Is it called something else? Did I miss that? I wouldn't call them battle passes like that. The impact bundle we just recently got with like the orange P350 Mantis, or like those, but it came with medals, which is what I miss as well. Oh, okay, I got you. I was mad when episode 3 didn't drop. Scammed off. Yeah, I don't know. The cases is rough, bro. That's why I like having the battle passes, because I can grind them and not feel guilty and open the cases after. But I honestly, opening the cases sometimes, I don't know if I'd do that. Why don't just keep like 3 of the passes on the accounts for the investments? They'll get higher in price during the pass time, don't they? Yeah. I thought about that as well. Some of them, I might do a little bit of a blend of both. I think it would be interesting. I might have like one account where I just keep all of the items and wait for a long time, and just do that with all the battle passes and just like see which one does the best. For another account, I might like just buy some of the skins from the operation, like sell all of the items, but buy the things that I think will go up on the marketplace and keep that for a little bit and just do it like that. And then some of them though, some of them I do want to transfer the gold back to my main account so that I can either buy skins or investments and stuff on that one, because obviously like having gold is nice, but I don't want it on like an alt account where I can't ever really use it. You know what I mean? I want them on my main account. I want to stack up the inventory on my main account. So that's kind of my plan. It's an anime about trash, but it's so good. Like literally trash, or am I missing the point? If we're talking about anime, y'all seen that Dan to Dan got a season 2, absolute peak. It's got season 2. When did season 2 drop? Is that new? Because bro, season 1 was lit. I love Dan to Dan. Do y'all see Demon Slayer movie leak? I did not see the Demon Slayer movie leak. They got to ramp up the chances if they want people engaged in market low key. I agree and disagree with that, actually. Honestly, I think that it's better to have lower chances and higher price skins. I know most people would hate me for saying that. Also, guys, I'm going to disconnect and switch accounts here. So black screen for just a moment. But yeah, honestly, dude, I think the healthiest thing to do for the market is to have skins that are actually going to go up in value. And I think that that's the best thing to do for the game as well. And you really only get that when there's true scarcity. And in order to get true scarcity, a lot of times you just have to make the skins expensive so that not everyone can buy them. I know it seems unfair and people want to whine about that. And it's like, you know, I play for free, and you know the gold begging community will be like upset about that. But it's like, dude, if you want what's actually best for the game and what actually delivers like the best experience for players, and if you care about like the long-term health of the game, the marketplace is a huge factor in that. Like Standoff 2 is one of those games, kind of like CS:GO. It's basically the mobile equivalent. We all, you know that. But dude, like some people, it gets to a point where like, you know, people are playing the game for the skins. They care less about the gameplay and care more about the items and the market and these investments and the gold and all of that. So it's like, if you want to stimulate the game, you got to stimulate the market. And sometimes in order to do that, you have to make choices that are going to upset some players, but benefits the game as a whole. And I can put myself in the dev's shoes and be like, yeah, this might make sense for the game and it's going to piss some players off in the meantime, but we got to do what's best for like the long-term vision. And it just so happens that those things are also best for generating money for the game, aka like $60 stat track, you know, M4 Impact or Mantis, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of times a world where the best long-term vision for the game also financially benefits the devs is actually a good reality, believe it or not. Like, that's what's best for the game. The devs have to make money, bro. Like, you can't work for free. It's a job. It's a game. It's a thing that they've built and we all love it. And if we want to keep the game alive, then people need to make money. That's just how it is. Like, so I don't get mad when they do updates or battle passes or, you know, they've got all these microtransactions or monetization strategies. It's like, bro, that's just the smart thing to do. Like, I'm a businessman, bro, so I get it. Like, you know, they've put a lot of time, effort, and energy into this game, and they've created something that we all love to play. And it's like, they'd be foolish to not monetize it. So overall, it just, if you want the game to be around for a long time and keep getting better, like, money helps do that. Like, you know what I mean? It's part of how it works, dude. Imagine your hero story is about fighting for your balls. I know, bro. The Dan to Dan storyline captured me so quickly, bro. That's definitely one of the most unique animes that I've seen in a while. From the art style to just the storyline, everything about that was really captivating to me. I really enjoyed that. It dropped like 3 weeks ago. Crunchyroll has 3 episodes on it right now. Nice, dude. I'm gonna check that out after this stream. Y'all don't know Windbreaker anime? It was peak. I've seen Windbreaker like the first couple episodes. I didn't really crazy get into it, but I feel like it's one of those ones that kind of builds. Am I wrong for saying that? Is it like you got to get into it a little bit? I bought the battle pass 2 times and opened all the cases. I can't help it. Got the white camo gloves and the ones with the tribal mask on them. Nice. Not mad at all. I wouldn't be either, bro. Those are probably some of the better skins from the operation or from the battle pass. I want the white ones really bad too. Well, if everyone could have every skin, Axelbolt wouldn't make money. A lot is, it's not all skins would be useless. Exactly. I feel direct trading would also make skins lose value. Yes and no. Direct trading allows skins to basically would allow them to be traded for real money, so people would invest more into the game because there's the potential that the skins would go up in value and they would be able to cash that out for real money. I think that's the difference. But also I think it opens a whole can of worms when it comes to scamming and all this other stuff, and like the average player of this game is generally a little on the younger side, and I think that I completely understand if Axelbolt just doesn't want to be responsible or like have to clean up that mess that's created by allowing players to trade with each other. Direct trading won't happen. They want people to buy gold, not the skins off some CS website like in CS. Yeah, I mean, that's the advantage, I think, that... excuse me. I think that's the advantage that Standoff has, where they can look at CSGO, which is a much more developed game that has been around for a much longer time, and they can see all the things that went right and see all the things that went wrong, and they know what trajectory they could go on if they want to when it comes to the trading and the gambling sites and the trading sites and all that stuff. And it's like, you know, if they want to go down that route, they could. Ultimately, the thing is, though, like if we draw the direct comparison and just say that everything that Valve has done with Counter-Strike, Axelbolt could do with Standoff 2. Valve benefits greatly from skin sites and from gambling sites existing. All that does is strengthen the economy of the game, right? It gives more people more things to do with their skins, so they're more invested in it. And at the end of the day, they have to come to Counter-Strike to buy the thing, whether it be the keys or the cases or whatever. Damn, I thought we were about to get an arcane fragment right there. That was crazy. At the end of the day, like, the bigger the game gets, the bigger the economy gets, the more money the developers of the game make, indirectly or directly. Whether people are buying skins on a skin website or buying gold in the game directly, it doesn't matter, because someone somewhere had to buy the skin with gold in the game to begin with. So yeah, but it opens up a whole bunch of other stuff like money laundering and scamming and all that shit. So like, I get it. Yeah, a lot of richer accounts would just trade those higher value skins and lower the value. At least that's what a mod said on Reddit, so I don't know how legit he was about that. I'm trying to like really imagine what you're saying here. A lot of richer accounts, so people with high value older skins would just trade those higher value skins and lower the value. Trade them and lower the value. What do you mean, like trade them amongst themselves? Because I don't... How does being able to trade them person to person lower the value, though? I definitely took direct in a way. What you mean, bro? I want blue gems as Doppler type skins in Standoff 2. I feel like the pattern isn't being used to its max potential. I agree. I think they could do more with the pattern generation stuff. Some of the skins are cool. But yeah, I definitely agree that they could do more with the patterns and stuff. Damn, bro, I really want to pull a mantis. Pulling a mantis would go so hard. Face reveal when? Probably never, dude. I don't know. I don't really have a reason to, so. Am I the only one who thinks that Standoff 2 isn't really for younger audience? My squad, who I'm currently with, is people that are older than 20. Honestly, that's kind of a valid opinion. Cause, dude, I got my analytics on YouTube too, and the audience is slightly higher than I thought it would be. So you might be onto something there. Never, he's our nonchalant, mysterious king. That's what I'm saying, bro. Trying to stay low key, dude. I enjoy being able to just like pop on here and be like, bro, I'm fully being like my real self. I hope you guys can pick up on that. But like my identity, my government name and identity being concealed gives me like a little bit of shelter from, and a little bit of privacy and stuff like that. It's like I got other stuff going on, bro. So this is my like my fun thing that I can do, and just, yeah, I don't know, keep it the way it is for now. Blaze, do you need a DM invite in the Discord, or is it the link just not working? Bro, I forgot. Can someone please tell me, or can I get someone as like to jump in the Discord and be a mod or do something where we can get like a permanent link? Someone told me that it was possible. I know that the links in my old videos and the channel expire every so often. If we can get a perma link to the Discord set up, that would be A1, dude. I don't want to have to think about this again. The player base is definitely scattered. It was larger for younger back before 2019, but of course we all grew up and it got more popular and all the older audience got into it. Yeah, that's facts. I mean, if you look at like the major in Russia or like the tournaments in Russia, the streams of those, the audience there is like mainly like, you know, younger kids, but you've got some older people in the audience too. But because it's a global game, yeah, I think it's pretty distributed. And there's a lot of people like myself that are a little older. Like, obviously, I'm not like 7, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it definitely, it allows for there to be room in the age gap, I guess, which is a good thing, I think. As a kid, watching the game evolve and at the same time evolving with it is great, though. Facts. That is the best, bro. Shiori says, I know, right? So I don't think trading isn't really the main issue. Yeah, trade bots are insane in the marketplace. Facts. Facts. Yeah, opening up like person-to-person trading, just, there's so many second and third order consequences that come of that. Like, they allow it into the game, and then all the trickle, like all the downstream things that happen as a result of that. Like, there's so many problems that can come up. You've got bots, you've got scamming, you've got like gambling and like skin trading sites. You've got just a million things, bro. It's complicated. It really is Pandora's box, but at the same time, like, I feel like it brings so much more potential to the game. I almost said value, but I don't know if that's correct. But it definitely brings people to the game, because it's like, if there is a way for the skins to be worth real money, then the game takes on a whole other life of its own, and as soon as that happens. So, yep, I think it's important at some point, but right now, if that's very far away, I can't be mad at that, because I do understand. Yeah, you got to look out for everybody too. I just got the wrong idea of direct trading, Emilio. My bad. Oh, okay. I got you. Emilio Def Rich. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro? All right. We got 2 chameleon cases left on this account, and then we got to pop on to the next one here. 22 Flock. Playing this game at a pro level in Europe and teams and stuff in Europe since 2019. I feel like nowadays there aren't as many kids playing pro as it used to be. We were just a bunch of kids having fun. Yeah, dude. I'm pretty pumped. I'll kind of vaguely touch on this now, but I think the esports scene with any video game is really important. No way. Fuck, dude. RIP, bro. But yeah, like I was saying, I think the esports scene is really important with any game. Honestly, perfect world for a successful game right now is like, for one, active and engaged community. And how you do that is by sponsoring or incentivizing or really pushing and pedestalizing content creators. Content creators drive the game forward and keep people invested in the game. So that's super important. That is priority number 1. It's basically like, you know, whether you're paying them or not, it's free marketing for the game, and it's going to push it to a wider audience. So having an active creator network or creator sphere is important for the game, community for the game. And on top of that, there has to be a pro esports scene. Something like that helps a lot. And then also, if there's like an in-game economy or marketplace, you know, people need to be invested in the content invested in the game financially, and then also if there's like a pro or esports scene as well. I feel like that really helps. Like that's the recipe for the games that are the most successful right now, I feel like. Playing the game at a pro level in Europe. Okay, we talked about that. Especially with the real money, with what CS did. Yeah. Them bots sniping 4 ticker skins with half a second. Yeah, man. The bots are a problem. Kids from 2019 are young adults now. I mean, very young adults, I guess. Or unless they were already like in their teens in 2019. Yeah, bro. We all grown up now, gang. Or maybe add like a cash out system for gold. I feel like that would also be worth it. But I feel like the right thing to do, or if you're Axel Bolt, you probably want it to be like all money in, no money out. Like I can't take my skins and like if in Counter-Strike, for example, like you sell your skins on the Steam market, you get a Steam balance, you can use that Steam balance to buy more things on Steam. If you sold the Counter-Strike skin, you could go buy another game. You could buy Dota 2 or whatever, and go buy skins in that game. With Axel Bolt, because it's like one game, that type of system doesn't really work. You know what I mean? Where it's like you sell your skin for gold, and the gold is like you can cash it out for balance in your Axel Bolt account, and if Axel Bolt has other games, you can go spend the money there. But because that kind of doesn't really exist, or at least with Steam, where it's like there's so many other games and components to it, that doesn't really work. But yeah, the cash out system, I think, wouldn't, like the skins being traded to other people, or for that to be allowed, that would be the cash out system. Because like if one of you guys wanted to buy one of my skins, I could send it to you in game, you could send me the money, or like some amount of gold or something like that, the equivalent. However we arrange and make for that thing to happen, you know, we could do it like that. That would be the cash out system. Instead of me trading gold for your skin, like that doesn't really make sense either, you know, because I could just buy the gold and buy the skin myself. So unless you're giving me a huge discount on the market price, it doesn't really make sense for me to be able to trade gold for your skins. It has to be like skins for skins. I don't know. Kind of tricky, man. There's a million like what ifs and ways you could spin it. So now everyone in the pro scene is old because we've been around for so long. But I see the new gen of players are also above like 15 to 16 too, which is not like us when we started when we were like 11 or 12. Yeah, it's pretty tight. Denisa, what team have you played for in the past? Or like what are some of the different like teams or orgs that you've played in? Damn, so close. I know, bro. Baited hardcore. When's the English esports commentary dropping? I'm really, really excited for it. Bro, Shiori. If you guys are in the Discord, you might have seen some stuff, but I have been reached out to by some of the North American pro scene organizers, and we've talked about that. Most likely I'll be doing something like that in the very near future. So yay. Pretty awesome, because I've wanted to do that. You guys know, if you've been here since the beginning, that was something that was like on my bucket list, was to do commentating for esports stuff, for Standoff, especially in the English scene, North American scene. And bro, I swear to God, it was so crazy. Like in the past couple of days, I've had a lot of people reach out to me with stuff that I wanted to do, and it's crazy that those opportunities have just like kind of showed up and been like, hey, do you want to do this thing? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I do. Like, let's do it. So Shiori, sooner than you think, bro. Sooner than you think. They tantalizing my boy Emilio. Yeah. I'm getting edged right now, bro. I have 6 different accounts with cases in, bro. Why can't I just open one good thing? The goal is to get one good thing, bro. After that, I'd be happy. There's an NA Pro League happening right now. Yeah, I know, they usually go live at like 10 or 11. There's an NA now. Yes, there is. There's NA. Yes, sir. Search NA Pro League, bro. It's a thing. I'm gonna be having links. I'll drop it in the Discord and stuff too. So if you guys are in there, you'll see it. I'm pretty sure I saw a new pro league for NA earlier. Yep. No way. Interesting. Yes, sir. It's the account in the Discord. Yep. I was watching before I came here. Yes, sir. For real. That Emerald M9 worth. An Emerald M9. Yeah, that'd be fire. I want one of those. I want more green skins in the game, regardless. I want J Commando Frozen so bad. Yeah, yeah. The J Commando is a sleeper, dude. I love that knife. Such a W. That's an awesome Emilio big W. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm pretty pumped about that, dude. I'm pretty pumped. Honestly, like, dude, I feel like the North American scene is pretty underrepresented. And I feel like a lot of that is just a lack of English content. And also when it comes to the esports side of things, it's like predominantly like everything else with this game. It's all in Russian, dude. And people want that. Like, I want to see that. And I've been put in a position where it's like I can help make it possible and like create the content that I was looking to see and that I wanted to see. So I don't get to be in the position where, you know, for like people like you know, if you guys want to watch that and you get to you guys get the content. I got to make it because no one else is doing it. But it exists now. It's a thing, bro. The NA scene is alive, and honestly, dude, I've been really surprised that the more that I get involved with stuff related to Standoff and, you know, specifically within like the English speaking community, I thought that it was such a small minority of people that play this game that it was going to be impossible for anything like big to come of it. But I've been proven wrong, dude. There's a lot of people that really, you know, give a fuck about this game and really enjoy this game and really want to do the things that I want to do. Like, I thought it would be impossible to like organize tournaments and have a pro league and have teams and organize rosters and run tournaments and all this stuff. But it's like, bro, there's people already doing it. And for them to reach out and, you know, ask to be involved is pretty insane to me. So it's awesome, bro. People really do care about this game, and there's an active and alive community, and it's that kindling is all that is necessary. The fact that it exists, it just means that, you know, we can come along and pour fuel on the fire and make it bigger, and it will get bigger as the game gets bigger too. So I'm pretty pumped, man. Emerald M9 on CS. A lot of talk about CS. Yeah, bro. The Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire knives from CS. If those were in this game, man, that would be tough. I feel like the Scratch and the Dragon Glass is like kind of this game's equivalent of the red and blue gem skins, but we don't have the green one yet. The Butterfly Emerald would go so hard, bro. I would definitely cop that. Maybe like skins for skins, but add a system where you have to pay gold to complete the trade depending on the rarity and the price. That's actually an interesting thought. That's interesting. Hey, bro, do you buy the gold for money or by grinding in-game and getting skin and selling them? A little bit of both. So everything that I'm opening right now is from grinding the game. I have bought gold in the past on my main account, but most of the time, dude, what I do is I'll just buy the battle pass. I will do the battle pass, and sometimes sometimes I'll do the battle pass with 20 levels. And yeah, I'm not against grinding, playing the game, and earning gold that way too. What are the NA Pro League teams? Give me a second, bro. We can pull it up if you guys are interested and want to check that out. I think there's like 6 or 8 teams maybe. Right now it's DYC versus Wonders. I'm going to send the invite link for the NA scene to the Discord. Perfect. Please do that. We also have DYC on as my friend. He was lucky enough to be part of it. Lamau, right on, right on. For real, mine too. All right, thanks. Yes, sir. Let's see if we can do this here. All right. Here, I'll show you guys this real quick. Just gotta make sure I don't get anything crazy here. So this is the channel, the Standoff 2 Pro League. I don't know. Is this the NA one? I think they're live right now, right? No, they're not live. Is this a different account? I swear I was already subscribed. Okay, here we go. North American Pro League. Sorry, guys. My bad, gang. And yeah, they're live right now. DYC versus Wonders. And then if we open up the Discord here, I'll show you guys the different teams and stuff. Discord taking forever to load. All right, here we go, boys. This is the North American Pro League Discord right here, and they've got the different streams live. They got the schedule. As far as the teams go, they just dropped the teams with all like the rosters and stuff. Schedules, maybe it was results or brackets, maybe. Where did I just see that? Brackets. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted. This is the team. So we got Vampires, Aurora, Osprey, Uncaged, Wonders, Zenith, Deadly Crew, and Carnage. So there's 8 teams, Group A, Group B, and most of the matches are like 10 or 11 p.m. EST, and it's a lot of times just like best of ones or excuse me, best of twos until they get to like playoffs and stuff. I think. So yeah, buddy. I wasn't big on the Beholder Games Pass, so I'm hoping the next one is cool. Low-key waiting for one that's good as Year 2. Yeah, Year 2 is probably my favorite skins in the game right now. I really, really want a full red, white, and black inventory. The Year 2 skins are the ones that I'm missing, but they're also the most expensive. So, yeah. I'm excited for update 0.35. Super curious of what Battle Pass holds, the new events and the new skins. Yeah, should be pretty cool. It's interesting to see where they take things next. I feel like the last couple battle passes, they've covered a lot of different like ideas as far as content goes. Like obviously in the winter, we have like the winter theme stuff. I would imagine like right now, the Beholder games was like the summer update. Last year we had like the Fun and Sun pass. And then like we usually get like a Halloween update. So July, like August, September, October. I feel like maybe there would be room for like 1 or 2, or yeah, probably just like one more update in between then. But I don't know. We'll see. I feel like we're definitely guaranteed to get an update for Halloween in October. But whether we get one before then, between now and then, we'll see. So should be cool. Quiet. What didn't you like about the Beholder skins, bro? I thought some of them were pretty cool. So real, yes sir. I had to type on North American, not NA. Yeah, yeah. Gambit held some pretty cool skins in my opinion. The white gloves and the Gambit gloves, for example, love those. Yeah, those are my favorite too. I want to get the I want to get both of those. I'd love to have the Gambit gloves, butterfly knife, and deagle as a set, and I'd also like to get the white gloves and some Kumo knives. The bayonet, the butterfly would go tough. I have a lot of like red and white skins, so I feel like some plain white gloves would pretty much match with anything that I have already. So I missed the bats on Year 2. Yeah, tough. Good combo. Y'all have any suggestions on what knife should SO2 add? I feel like they covered the bases with like the big ones. They got Karambit, M9, Butterfly. Those are like your top tier standard, like the knives that everybody wants. Then we got the Mantis, which is kind of like the Talon knife from Counter-Strike, right? We've got the Kukri, which is like the like machete or like whatever they call it in Counter-Strike. It's kind of a mix between like the classic knife and the huntsman, or not the huntsman. There's another knife that's kind of like the kukri, and it's called the kukri in Counter-Strike too. Got the scorpion, which is like the gut knife. I feel like they covered their bases with majority of the knives. We got the stiletto too. I don't know. I feel like the majority of the knives they have are good. We just need like better skins for those knives. All right, pulling a mantis just real quick off the top. Here we go. Bro, no way. Skeleton knife. Facts. That's the one that we need. We need the skeleton knife. That's the one where it's like the blade, there's a circle, and the guy puts his like finger in the circle and can like spin it and stuff. We need the skeleton knife next. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they're already on that. They're pretty good at, I don't want to say copying, but they're pretty good at like implementing new stuff that players clearly want to see in the game. So I think the skeleton knife is got to be on deck. They at least have thought about it. Wish I didn't take a year off 3 times I'm out, 2020, 2021, 2023. Yeah, I can see why people need to step away from this game from time to time, though. I feel that. The skins weren't bad. I just enjoyed what game modes they bring in, like year 2 with the bats or the winter with the snowball fights. I don't really like the squid game mode. Lol, I like the 2 gloves. Yeah, the Beholder games was fun, like the first 5 times that you play it, and then after that, it just kind of got like annoying, bro. Honestly, the parkour was fucking frustrating, dude. The movement mechanics in this game are good, but they're not so dialed in where it's like games like that are fun for a lot of players. The Gambit and the ones with the tiki faces on it, yeah, I like the tiki gloves as well. If you guys saw the gloves tier list video, you know I like a lot of the gloves from the Gambit update. Bro got edged again. Facts, bro. Facts. That knife looks dope, not gonna lie. Yeah. I want to select the TDM maps like ranked. Valid. A lot of the team deathmatch maps are like one-sided. Most of the arms race are TDM maps. T-side is like preferred, at least in my experience. Parkour needed, the old B-hop they used to have. They had parkour and B-hop in this game. When was that, dude? I missed that. I was not around for any Standoff 2 B-hop or parkour days. I feel like what's really needed is community maps. I understand that that's kind of difficult to do for like a mobile game. Damn, did we just... Oh, it's the temporary. I was about to get hype. I was like, no way we just pulled a purple from a box, dude. But it's temporary, of course. But yeah. Gambit has some good-ass gloves. Yes, sir. Yeah, TDM maps kind of suck. I agree. A lot of them could get reworked. A little bit more, like, balancing. I think that, like, if you look at some of the newer dual maps that they added, like Pipeline and whatever that other one is. What is it, actually? Cableway and Pipeline. Both of those maps, to me at least, they seem way more like 50-50 lane based. Like there's no RNG. I like a lot of the dual maps, but some of them, like if you, what's the name of the map? Just so I can be clear. If you go on dual, Lab sucks. I hate the map Lab for dual at least. For TDM, it's easy to kill, like do your challenges for the battle pass or whatever. Bridge is okay. CT side is better for bridge. Pool is alright, but it's kind of a boring map. I don't really like it. Temple is probably my favorite. Actually, when I play duel, if I'm trying to like level up and like really grind, I'll play like bridge and temple. I feel like those are the two like least RNG maps. Yard is also good, but it depends on where you spawn. Like it doesn't matter what side of the map if you're CT or T side, but spawning on the lower level or higher level makes a huge difference as far as like how easy it is to kill your enemies. So I don't know. For ranked modes or skill-based modes like duel or allies or TDM, I'd really like there for to be more maps that are like completely even. Like there's no RNG involved. It's completely based off of just pure skill and playing the game. There's no advantage given, or like height or map or spawn placement or, you know, different stuff like that. So they had a B-hop type jump, then they made it more realistic. Okay, got you. Yeah, the B-hop feature, or like the jumping in game, it feels like B-hopping is possible. If they had a game mode where it was like, you know, because technically in this game, I guess like auto hop is on, right? You can hold the jump button, and you'll continue to jump. So B-hopping would be like possible. It would just be like you have to have a custom game mode where your momentum and like movement speed isn't capped. I feel like it could be done. It'd be interesting though if people got really good at it. That'd be insane. They need to fix run and gun by decreasing accuracy. For some guns, yes. And to select the max ping for you, like in CS2. That would be a nice feature to have, but sometimes, like, bro, if you're not going to get matched in a queue, sometimes you just got to play in Russian or Netherlands servers, especially if you're from USA like me. Like, yeah, honestly, like the ping sucks, but sometimes I gotta play the Russian servers, bro, just because there's no other chance of me getting a game. So if you have the max ping stuff set, you're not gonna get like queued up as fast. Bring back the old sniping. I never got to experience the old sniping, so I don't really know. Lab should be reworked. I hate it with a passion. Facts. Lab on Duel is probably one of my least favorite maps, bro. Also, the sounds in that map are super confusing. You hate the hijacked map? Which one is that? Yard is best. I agree for now. Yard and Bridge, I think, are my favorite. Hijacked? What are you talking about, dude? For Duel? You talking about this one? Cableway? Or Pipeline? Temple is only camping. Yeah, Temple is like rush to the corner. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, Temple can be a little campy, a little bit. Pool is decent, but it's just like sometimes you get bad spawns, and like Pool can be a little campy too. When you walk, the crossbar got blurry. Now it doesn't do that at all. Okay, so like walking. Faded or like crosshair movement for the AWM when you're scoped in. I got you. Are you playing it all today or only cases, bro? I got to get through these cases. I'll probably play a little bit later. I just got to open all these up, and then also, dude, I got to sell them on the marketplace afterwards. So I can do that off stream if you guys don't want to see me just listing items back to back to back to back to back. So I'll open these up. I know you guys want to, if you guys want to see me play or whatever, we can do that. So yeah, I'll jump into some games in a second. I play on France or Turkey. France, I also get decent ping, so I play France sometimes. France is a valid option. Hijack was a best of 2 map. It's the boat one in TDM, straight hijacked. Okay, got you. Yeah, I feel like maybe they could take a little bit of sauce from Call of Duty maps for game modes like Duel or Allies, but when it comes to competitive or like the 5v5 game modes, I feel like, yeah, we need to stick to the more tactical, more team-based, more kind of like complex map structure, if you will, versus like for Allies or Duel, it's like having a lane-based map where it's like middle, left, and right, and there's some obstacles and maybe a couple like little tricks or things that you can do to like get an advantage, but it's mainly just like it's your aim, bro, and your positioning, and like truthfully like skill, like how good are you? No way, bro. how can we open this many cases on? You guys didn't even see the 30 minutes straight that I was opening cases before I got on the stream because I was recording for a video. That's crazy, bro. And I haven't gotten shit. Like nothing at all, bro. Maybe Reddit has warped my perception of what's actually realistic with cases because, bro, I've seen people pull some crazy shit. Oh, damn, bro. And that wasn't even that crazy either. It's just like, bro, to pull a red from a box is kind of wild. I would have taken it though. I would have taken that. You can make it where you can only see the cases and the boxes to filter to make it easy. Okay, yeah, I definitely got to do that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, because forget about scrolling through the inventory every time. This is way better. We can get through this a lot quicker, too. Good looks, Quiet. Appreciate you. This is way better. Bro, even just like, you know what I mean? Throw me a pink fragment or something, bro. My man says, yo, Emilio, I'm saving my gold pass containers till they release on the marketplace. Should I sell them immediately or after they release? Generally, dude, what I like to do is wait like a couple days after the battle pass is available on the marketplace and just kind of get an idea for what people start with as far as the prices go. Typically, things are going to be all over the place for like at least the first like 24 to 48 hours. After that, you can kind of get a pretty good idea as far as what the average price for most things are going to be. It might go up or it might go down a little bit after that. But as far as like what people are willing to pay and what the price of the items is going to be, you kind of know within the first couple days. Typically, I would say that I wouldn't sell it right away. Because there's really only one of two things that can happen. Either one, when the operation first is on the market, sometimes people will try to list the items for higher. But generally speaking, once the update, and also things will release on Android before they come out on iOS. At least in the past, that's what's happened. So the update will be released. All of the Russian Android players will get it. Then after that, everybody will get it, and then it'll be like iOS players will get it. So by the time everyone has access to the update, mobile, PC, Android, iOS, everyone has the access to the update and can sell on the marketplace. Usually once that happens, it quickly becomes like a race to the bottom. Everyone's trying to just sell their gold, so the order price will go way down. People are just undercutting the price. The value of that is like when the operation or when the battle pass is first put on the market, that is when there will be the most demand, the most liquidity. So basically, if you want to get the skins sold fast, do it when the market first gets, or when the pass first gets released, because there will be people ready to buy and you can pretty much just instantly sell and cash out. If you want to wait, let's say a month, 2 months, a year, you're pretty much going to be stuck with whatever the order price of that skin is, because no one goes back and like buys the cases, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of liquidity when the market first gets updated with the new skins, meaning that a lot of people are ready to buy them so you can get them sold quickly. But generally speaking, the price is also getting driven into the ground during that same period of time. There's a lot of supply and a lot of demand, so things just kind of generally, you know, go up and down a lot based off of that. All right, let's see. We got a fuckload of cases we need to buy right now. 25 of these. Wait a week and see. Sometimes they raise higher quickly depending on the pass. That is true. I would say give it a couple of days at least. Based on my experience, you should wait for 2 weeks or months before selling. Yeah, if you're willing to wait, generally speaking, like even just the order price or like the quick sell price after a month or two will be higher than whatever you're going to get on the market if you sell them right away. Yeah, I don't know why Android gets it before iOS, and I'm saying that as an Android player. iOS or like the Apple Store has much stricter requirements and stuff as far as like you pushing updates to the game or to any app really. I know some people that have tried to publish apps and stuff, and they were able to get it on the Google Play Store relatively easily. But Apple does a pretty intense screening and is like, it's more difficult to roll out releases on the App Store, I guess. So I think that's typically usually why it takes longer. Apple does a much more in-depth analysis of like the content that you're putting into the update. So from the very little that I know about releasing an app on the App Store, that's what I think. Bro, give tips where I should invest now when the marketplace will drop. Well, I can tell you that if you're going to sell skins for gold, right now would be a good time to do that, which is why I'm doing this unboxing now and not waiting until the skins are released on the market. I want to get all of these skins unboxed and sold on the marketplace right now, because what I think happens a lot of the time is as soon as the new Gambit skins drop on the market, people are going to sell their old skins to buy new ones. The prices of old skins will go down, so it's a good time to buy other things that are not the Gambit Pass, and a bad time, or it can be a good time to buy things from the Gambit Pass if you're going to invest and hold it. Generally speaking, bro, it doesn't matter too much as far as if you're going to invest in something, quote unquote, what you're going to do. I think for this pass, for the stickers, the sigil is probably the best one. And how I figured that out is like, bro, go to the expensive guns. So like anything that's above a couple thousand gold, and see what stickers people are using to make crafts with. This sticker right here, even though it's a red and it's more rare, not a lot of people are making crafts with it. So I don't think there's going to be a ton of demand for this sticker in the future. It's kind of mid in my opinion. Like this sticker, although it's a pink, I think it looks cooler and has more potential to be used in crafts than this one. So if I was to invest or to buy a sticker from this particular collection, it would be this one, not this one, even though it's a different rarity. For the charms, same thing. I think the perception, or like how much people like the skin, matters equally as much as like its rarity or its price. I think that the sigil charm is a good place to, maybe if you have a couple of those, it wouldn't be a bad thing. I also am kind of a fan of the mask, and also I do like the blue charm, but there's going to be an absolute ton of those because they're not that rare. So maybe not the best investment, but I plan on buying a couple of them myself. I heard on Google that there is higher demand on newer skins, right? Or should I wait to profit? Higher demand for newer skins. So like when they first drop on the marketplace, yes, there's high demand. There's a lot of people that want to buy them. But also there's a lot of people that want to sell them that will drive the price down. So a lot of times it evens out, or a lot of times just the price keeps getting dropped so people can quick sell their skins. There's a lot of people that have a ton of items from the battle pass and they just want to get them gone and buy the skins they actually want. A lot of people that open up all the cases, a lot of the boxes and stuff like that, and they didn't get what they wanted, so they're going to sell them all, quick sell, and they don't really care. They just want to get their gold back and, you know, go buy the thing they actually wanted. So yeah. Wow, W Apple or L Apple, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. As an iOS player, it is definitely shitty when there's an update and you get to see the marketplace and all the other people have access to it, like, and you're just sitting there waiting like, damn, bro, let me sell my skins, bro. Let me get on the new update, man. Apple has a 30% commission for all microtransactions taking place within the app, so that's one of the reasons why Apple releases their apps a little late. Damn, I did not know that. For Nightmare Collection, the rare stickers have more demand compared to the epics and the legendary stickers. Check it out. The rare stickers have more demand compared to the epics and legendaries. Check it out. Yes, so basically the lower rarity stickers are actually more valuable than the higher rarity ones, or lower rarity, more rare ones, whatever. Yeah, I think this game is like, bro, at the end of the day, like the supply and the demand of the skins is based off of if people actually want to use it, right? So there's the rarity, which is a factor, but then it's like, what gun is it for? Is it a gun that people play with? So like the reason why I'm opening Fable cases right now is because inside the Fable case, you've got the USP Fiend and the AKR Worm, which are the highest priced uncommon skins that you can get. And it's better. It's slightly more profitable than the other boxes, because out of the skins that you're most likely to open from these boxes, the Fiend and the AKR are slightly more expensive, which is why I opened these. A lot of the arcane and legendary skins now are pretty lame, and just a lot about the price, a lot less in price. Yeah, I mean, I do think it matters a lot if people just genuinely like the skin and want the skin. And if it makes sweet combos with other items and stuff in the game, then even better. It isn't about the rarity. Stickers should make the gun pretty good. Like Arachnid stickers are another good alternative, cheaper for the AKR Carbon. Facts. Apple is falling behind compared to Android. It depends. I think that maybe the 30% on microtransactions is a little greedy, but I don't know. I think the product that Apple has is undeniably good, and people are hardcore about Apple, and what Apple has done is create this ecosystem where you can't really exist outside of it. I'm playing this game on an Apple phone, streaming from an Apple computer, and you know, like my entire life, my business, my videos, all my stuff is like using Apple products. So it's like, bro, you can't, once you're in that ecosystem, it's hard to leave. It's very, very sticky. So even if people, you know, love or hate the company, it's like, bro, the product that they've created is good, and people use it, and once you start using it, you don't really stop. So whatever choices they make as far as how they steer their company, man, they got us. Your luck is so bad. Honestly, dude, I've opened a lot of, for boxes, we're not doing too bad. You're not really supposed to get anything good out of these, but we've been pulling a decent amount of like light blues. So thing is, I have no skins right now. I'm waiting for more. It's overall very difficult, so I think I'm just sell the gold pass immediately once they release. If that's what you want to do, that's fine, bro. You're guaranteed to get your gold at that point. How much were the Prey gloves once they released immediately? I don't remember, dude. I don't remember. Wait, don't sell immediately. Yeah, that's honestly probably the better choice. Quiet says, all right, bro, good to see you back. Looking forward to the next upload. Peace out, man. Have a great night. I'll catch you later. Upload's coming very, very soon. Very, very soon. I think SO2 should add something similar as Blue Gems. Yes, I agree. Someone said earlier that they're not exactly using the random patterns, or like the ability to with like the different pattern skins to its full potential, and I have to agree with that. Shiori, I don't know if it was you that said that or someone else, but I agree. I fully agree. Damn, I might be almost done with this here. I feel like I missed an account somewhere. Did I? Maybe. Give me 1 second, guys. We're logging back into the main here. Bro, we really about to buy 45 Fable boxes. That's crazy. Gloves containers are always below 1,000 gold, so buying a gold pass for gloves aren't a smart choice. Go for the gold pass with knife containers. You'll get at least 2,500 plus gold. That's valid. Sometimes the glove ones are around 1,000. Actually, let's check. Because we should historically be able to check this out now. There's been enough glove operations at this point. So let's do containers, I guess. Sort by price. High to low. Gloves case right here. This one's $1,500. Knife case, knife case, knife case. So yeah, the knife cases generally look like they're higher. We only have one other gloves case, it looks like, to really judge it off of. And that one's over 1,000 too, so maybe it's just like how old it is. You know what I mean? Reforged is $1,500. Fun and Sun. And the Nightmare case is $2,600. What? Yeah, some of these knives are pretty tough. Arcane Surge is nice. Karambit Widow Weave is nice. So I guess it makes sense for this to be like one of the higher priced knife cases. Bro, why do SO2 players care so much about the game being like CS? I think the game is good on its own. It doesn't have to be like CS in every aspect. I agree. I think that there's a lot of things that they could do differently than CS and still be successful with it because it's mobile. And I think that alone makes some of the gameplay mechanics and stuff like that a little bit different. And also just the player base is different. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like conceptually, can you argue that it's different from CS? I mean, you can if you want. I think that'd be kind of crazy of you because like it very clearly is inspired by that. Like, I don't think there's any arguing that really. Whether it be like the gameplay, the game mode, like the fundamentals of the shooting, everything is like pretty much the same. But I don't think that's a bad thing, bro. Like, you know, if Counter-Strike or if Valve was gonna have something to say about that, they should have just made Counter-Strike mobile themselves if they felt like they were missing out on something. So I think Standoff 2 filled a hole in the market of, you know, people wanted a mobile version of Counter-Strike, and Standoff 2 delivered. Like, I don't think it's bad that they copy a lot of the stuff from Standoff 2 because that's what people want. It is what it is, man. I'm not mad at it though. I think there's definitely stuff that they could add to make it unique or more different, or like there's stuff that choices they could make where it would be like Counter-Strike would never do this, so this is clearly, you know, a separating of the path where Standoff 2 has kind of gone in its own direction. But even if they never do anything else other than just copy what Counter-Strike does, like I don't really care. I'm still gonna play the game. It is a copy of CS2 though. I mean, I don't care. That's why I like it, honestly. The Gambit gloves are really nice, and the gold pass was cheaper for me than other passes. Yes, it was. It was a little bit cheaper, so I don't expect the gloves pass or the gloves case to be as expensive. But honestly, if it's close to or around 1,000 gold, that's that works for me. Again, also you got to consider that the gloves that are in the box are also good and that people want them, so that helps a lot too. They should really add a skip animation when opening cases. Yeah, quick opening for boxes would be nice because this is kind of like too long and you can't exit out of it. But it is what it is. The only changes I want to see is the bullet accuracy in direct trading for real. What do you mean by bullet accuracy? Trading would also be fire. We talked a lot about that already, but yeah, trading is necessary. Well, the irony is that the devs claim that their game is not a CS clone, while technically it is. While the irony is all the system is based on CS, even some skins like the AK Tag King. Yeah. Also the Glock 22 Nest. Yeah. Is that true? Yeah, check it out for yourself. I mean, bro, for them to claim that it's not a CS clone, I mean, dude, just that's like, I don't know. I understand from like a business or like a PR point of view, they probably have to be like, oh yeah, we don't even know Counter-Strike exists. Like, this is totally our own thing. Like, I feel like that's just them like saving or like playing it safe and covering their own ass. Like, no one to get sued by Valve would be scary, bro. Valve is $1 billion company, and if they wanted to, I'm sure that they could say that Standoff has like infringed on some kind of copyright or IP or whatever, because it is very strikingly similar to Counter-Strike. Like, there's no denying that. You know, if I was the dev of this game, you have to be like, I mean, don't say the word copy. Just as soon as you throw the word copy, it screams lawsuit. Say that you were heavily inspired. That's a better way to go about it. But dude, you can't deny that it's like, yeah, this is mobile Counter-Strike, bro. That's what it is. They won't add skip animations. They want to see you empty your wallet for opening cases. Yeah, I guess. Even though I didn't pay any money for these skins, so I don't really care. It is what it is. I'm waiting for Valorant Mobile. Now I'm just bored with SO2. Servers are almost dead. I don't think so. I have noticed the servers are a little slower, at least in NA right now, but I don't think the game's going anywhere, dude. I mean, like, instead of everything being really accurate, it makes it harder to hit shots, especially when moving. Yeah, but I mean, for this type of game, like, shooting and moving at the same time shouldn't be rewarded. Like, as a gameplay mechanic, it's with this type of shooter, that's not what you want. So, I don't know. It could be improved a little bit, but honestly, like, you're just lowering the skill ceiling by doing that, I think. What do you think the price of the white camo gloves will seal around when they're released? I don't know, dude. That's a toss-up. I would hope, or I would think they'll be like around 1,000. I think. I could be wrong. Because a lot of people want the white gloves. A lot of people agree that the white gloves are really good and that they might be among the top choice from the case. But I've also seen a lot of people opening the white gloves. Like, a lot of people got the white gloves when they opened their case. So it's like, if people want it, that's one thing, that's fine. But if a lot of people have it and can sell it, then it's like the price will go down, you know, supply and demand. We talked about that already. So I don't know. We'll see. It's all speculation. Like, we can make up theories as to why it is or isn't going to be a certain price, but because it's one of the more popular cases and because of the combos that people are making with it, and those combos are generally more expensive, I think there is a lot of people that want the white skin. So if I was to estimate, and this is an estimate, so if it's not, you can clip the stream and come back in a month and tell me I'm wrong, but I would say, like, if they were around 1,000, I feel like that'd be a fair price. I don't know if that is going to be the price, but I don't know. Nikhil, what's up, man? What's going on? White camo gloves go really well with white skins and white knives. They have demand, so you can expect to be 1,500 to 1,200 in the first day. I would say somewhere around there. Nikhil, another OG. Indeed, facts. Shiori, Nikhil, y'all been here since like the first streams, really. So, skills better than skins. At the end of the day, yes, but skins do make the game just more enjoyable, man. Playing with default guns all the time would be so boring, dude. Movement shooting is broken. I feel like decreasing it would add a whole new layer and skill gap in the game. Yeah, I mean, I think counter-strafing is important to the game. So, like, if you're moving in one direction, and then similar to Counter-Strike, I know we keep saying, oh, they copied Counter-Strike, and then here we are talking about features that we want, and it's like, make the game more like Counter-Strike. So you see the irony there, or you see why you can't really avoid it. You know what I mean? You've created a game that's just like it, and so the players that play it want it to feel like that anyway. So I don't know, but in Counter-Strike, you've got like counter-strafing. So if you're moving one direction and then you tap the opposite button, you stop immediately, and also you have accuracy when you're shooting because you've basically, you know, canceled out any momentum or movement in the other direction. In Standoff 2, you kind of have to, like, there's not, like, you can't hard counter-strafe and, like, immediately stop. You kind of, like, slide a tiny bit, and also your accuracy takes, like, a little bit of a second to, like, become fully accurate because the game still thinks that you're moving for, like, a second. I think if they dialed that in and allowed you to like counter strafe and be perfectly accurate for that moment when you do, oh, can we get a pink? Of course not. But yeah, I think if they messed with that mechanic a little bit, that would be better. That would raise the skill ceiling, in my opinion. M4A1 is basically a run and gun approved, while the AK is the opposite story. That's true. The M4A1 non-suppressed, I feel like, is a little less run and gun. The silenced one has the best moving accuracy, I think, out of all the ARs. That one is a little run and gun. You can get away with it. The AK run and gun is not happening. I agree. Hey, also congrats on the 300 subs. Thanks, bro. We're moving up quick. We're doing the damn thing. We're on our way. M4A1 is basically the elder brother of the P90. I see what you're saying, but yeah, I don't know. Hey, Emilio, I was there too when you had about 28 subs. What about me? Razor, Razor, you're an OG too, brother. Razor, the middle child, for real. Yeah, maybe. You were just the quiet one that you lurked a little bit. That's all. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Here at 28 subs, like, bro, that's OG territory for sure, for sure. Honestly, the people that are here right now could still be considered that. Like 300 isn't even that much, bro. It's a lot in the short period of time, and it's cool, bro. And I think it's awesome, but obviously it'll continue to grow and get bigger. So, but yeah, the day ones, the OGs, the sub 100 subs is crazy, bro. Y'all are real ones. Yeah, I'm tired of dying to bots, bro. Yeah. For me, the ping is the biggest thing. Like, the servers being bad and the ping being bad. That's the part that frustrates me the most, because I would say that, like, mechanically playing the game, I'm better than a lot of players. But when you die to dumb things because your internet's bad or your ping is bad, that's just like, bro, like, I'm not even losing this game because I'm a bad player or I made bad choices. I'm just literally, like, don't have as good internet. Did not mean to buy gold, but didn't want to do that. I'm asking much, but in conclusion, what should I do? If you were me, what would you do to make good profit on the Gambit Pass items? Like, bro, okay, so this is the final conclusion is this. If you are not in a rush to get as much gold as possible, if you're willing to wait and you really, really want to get as much out of it as you can, then hold on to the skins for like 6 months to a year at least, right? Like, it's the summer right now. The Battle Pass skins will be released on the market probably within a month or less, within a couple weeks probably. Hold on to them till this time next year, and if they've gone up or down, great. And if you look at the prices when they first drop on the market and you give it a couple months and nothing happens and they're the same price and you feel like you want to sell it, go ahead and sell it. If you think, hey man, I bought the pass, I don't have any skins, I just want some gold so I can buy a couple things so I can start playing and have some skins to play with, then sell it when it goes on the market right away. You're not going to get as much gold as you would if you saved it, but you'll still get it and you'll still be able to buy a couple things you like. And if that's what you want, if that's your goal, then do that. But if you're trying to maximize profit, like, then wait a little bit. Small streams are much better than big streams, because the small streamers remember almost everyone who was there with him or her for the few subs that count from 0 to 500. Bro, yeah, I recognize a lot of the names that are in here, bro. And honestly, even if it does get bigger, I don't feel like I would forget. You know what I mean? It's just like, the more people that come, the chat gets more active, and like, you guys are all kind of like competing for attention. I know this sounds stupid. I hate that, but you know, it's real. Like, the more people there are, like, I'm trying to like I'm trying to do my best to like be as interactive with the chat as possible. If that's what you guys want, if that's why you're here, then I'm thankful for that, because, you know, here I am. I've opened cases and kind of just like, there's no real gameplay. I'm just talking. We're just chopping it up. We're just hanging out. You know what I mean? So interacting with the chat is one thing. I feel like that you just have different types of streamers too. Like, you've got people that will stream that you're watching just for the gameplay. And that's one thing. And maybe they don't interact, or they don't talk with the chat, or they don't build like a relationship with the people that are watching, but they're really, really good at the game. So you just watch them because they're nasty at the game. And then there's people like me, maybe, where it's like, yeah, I'm definitely like, I'm decent at the game, but I'm a content creator and I really care more about like having cool conversations and talking with you guys and interacting with the chat. And like, that's it. This is the type of stream that I'm doing. You know what I mean? So it's different. It's different. You'll be tempted to sell your items. Just think of them as junk and don't mind at all. Yeah, facts. The thing is about this game that I can't find trustable sources on TikTok to what I should do. I hate that most people that play this game are Russian because the game is underrated as hell. It is super underrated. That's part of the mission here with this channel, and some of the other things that we're doing is to expand the horizons a little bit, and maybe if we can be responsible for bringing the game to a more Western or English speaking audience, and expand the player base. That would be the goal. But yeah, 9% of the community of Standoff is literally from Russia, even the devs too. I mean, yeah, bro, that the game was born and raised there. Like, what do you expect? It is what it is, man. It would be scary and heartbreaking if you forget, lol. Dude, I don't think that can happen, man. I don't think so. Especially like, you know, you guys are regulars in the stream. You guys are in the Discord. We talk, so it's like, bro, you guys are there all the time. You can't forget if people are still there, you know what I mean? So I don't think that'll happen. What's the best item I've got so far? From this unboxing, pretty much nothing, which sucks, dude. Yeah, I didn't really get a singular thing, dude. I got these stream crates. I don't really know how I feel about these. The price goes up and down. There's some cool stuff in them, but it's like, really, what are the odds of pulling something good? I don't know. I feel like I'll just hold on to these for a little bit. They're not that special, and they're not that rare. Like, people farm the shit out of these with bot accounts and stuff like that. So I don't know. Best item I got for sure is the M9 Scratch. Yeah, that is my most expensive item at the moment. Undeniably, I think. Probably my favorite knife that I have too, for sure. I love this knife, bro. It's fire. Definitely like what made me fully commit to having the red inventory was when I bought the Scratch. I was like, yep, and we're never selling this knife, so red inventory it is. Will you open the Gold Pass containers today? No, I'm going to sell them, dude. If I had them, I would not open them. That's what I'm saying. I opened up all of the cases. But, yeah, when it comes to the Gambit stuff, I'm going to keep those and sell those because I want to get the gold for it. So, yeah. But I will... let's see, can I sell multiple of these? Oops. Oh, I gotta do this one at a time. That's crazy. 0.16, 0.16. By the way, what level on the Gold Pass did you reach? I got to like 46 or 47 for most of the accounts. So I got like the silver badge, and then after that I was kind of like, all right, bro. I was traveling, so I didn't have internet for a couple days. So I could have gotten like a couple more levels out of it for most of them, but I wasn't able to play. So I capped out around 46 or 47 for most of them. Some of these I did get to level 50. That's how I was able to get like a couple extra of the regular like cases for it for them. But yeah, like level 50, sub 50 for most of them. Stream crates are useless and a waste. If you have 5 of them, you can make 100 gold. Yeah. Honestly, like for me, I'll tune into the streams and I'll sell the ones that I get. Just because most of the time I was going to watch the stream anyway. But there are people that go out of their way to make like a bunch of accounts, link up a bunch of Twitch accounts, and I'm not going to do that, bro. It's just not worth it. To a free-to-play player, stream crates are the fastest way to farm gold. Facts. For a smart player with a stream crate, that you can farm the gold. Being free-to-play or pay-to-win isn't the case. It's about wits. I mean, for me, it's more about like how much time am I going to commit to creating all of these accounts, setting up all of these streams, logging in on all these devices. Like, bro, at that point for me, like, I'd rather just buy the gold, dude. It's not worth my time. So that's the factor for me, honestly. It's like I could go through all this effort to do this, but like for people that literally like they don't have money and they just want to get nice skins in the game, like I get it. Yeah. If I was a younger kid that didn't have a job and my own money and shit like that, I would probably go through all of that to get some gold too. But for me right now, like, bro, I'm an adult, you know what I mean? I got money, I can buy the gold if I want, so it's not really worth it for me. Do I really feel like selling all of these for 0.01 gold, or are we just going to do some fucking trade-ups, boys? I think that's the move here. I really don't feel like listing all these on the market. It's crazy. Are the streams in Russian? What do you mean, bro? Or what streams in Russian? The esports streams? Yes, if that's what you're talking about. The streams where you farm the crates? Yes, they're in Russian. But there is the North American Pro League, which I showed you guys earlier. If you guys join the Discord, you can see that. And also, I might be doing some casting for that in the future. We'll see. So, the English-speaking esports scene is starting to develop a little bit more, which is awesome. Sell for 0.05. And get 0.03 gold, which is absolutely nothing, but it is what it is, man. We'll take it. Well, there is Velia, Bartishka, and others who stream like once a month. Mostly you'll find Russian streams. Yeah, I also noticed that on Twitch there's a lot of Russian streams for Standoff. But obviously, if you're like me and you speak English, then it's cool to watch the Russian streams for gameplay sometimes. Like they know some tips and tricks and stuff like that. But honestly, like it's hard to be an English speaking person and watch a Russian stream. It's like, bro, after a while my brain's just like kind of burnt out. All right, so that's that. Let's make this interesting here. Let's do this. We'll log into some alts here. We'll sell off some of our skins, see if we can make a little come up here. Yeah, the esports streams. I want to get some gold, but I'm not gonna sit hearing them yap in Russian for I don't know. Yeah, you can. Well, that's the thing, right? Is you could just let the stream run and have it be in Russian, or just mute it and let it sit in the background. You don't have to like be tuned into it, I guess, if you don't want. All right, here we go. We got a couple things that are actually worth a little bit of gold here in this account. So you've got our mimicry, 13.98. We'll do 13.97. Boom. We'll sell that. We got our lizard. We'll do 12.69. We'll get 10 gold off of that. We got the stat track Briar. We'll do 20.63, so we can sell these out pretty quick. Stat track 5.7, 4.43. Boom. I don't mind really doing this for like 0.1 gold less. You know what I mean? It doesn't make that big a difference. Do 3.38. We got the Ignite. 0.27. Got a Starfall. And now we've got all of our like other stuff here. So 0.16. All the lower ones. Even kids are crazy to get tickets just to go to the event. Once a 9-year-old got a Karambit Gold promo from the Standoff 2 devs. That's sweet. That's crazy. It's really crazy considering the fact that all the players want to be that kind of player. What do you mean, like a pro player? I think that's not a far off aspiration for a lot of younger kids. Like, you see guys that are creators or that play the game professionally, like, you enjoy the game and want to be like that. I'd go to a Standoff 2 tournament, bro, if there was any in the United States. Just to show up and be like a part of the scene, you know what I mean? But I can't really see a tournament happening. At least not like right now. I feel like the viewership and the streams still have a little ways to go before we start talking about like LAN events and stuff like that. Unless it's just like a small get together like for fun, or like I guess you could still run it like a tournament, but I wouldn't expect like a crazy turnout of people, you know what I mean? My bad, I mean to be like the kid who got the promo code. Yeah, bro. That's one thing that I think is kind of annoying about this game in particular, is like all the fucking gold beggars and skin beggars. It's like, bro, I understand. I get it though. It's like a lot of these guys are just younger kids. They don't really have money. They want to play the game and have nice skins and stuff like that. And so their only real options to like beg the devs or beg me or beg people in Discord for whatever, you know, even like tiny amounts of gold, and it's fine, bro, but it is a little annoying, honestly. I reached level 65 on the gold pass. Do you think I'll be able to buy an M9 if I sell all my items, or am I delusional? You might be a little delusional, brother. Sorry to inform you, but what's the cheapest M9 right now? Like 3,000 or 4,000, 2,000. If we do, 3,100, I think, for the Amber Koi, if I'm not mistaken. So 3,100 is the cheapest M9. I doubt highly that you'll get 3,100 gold from selling all of your items from the battle pass. I think if you get like 2,000, you're doing good. You know what I mean? At least that's how I see it. I'm happy to get around 2,000 gold if I can. Anything more than that, awesome. We're doing great. All right, let's craft some of these up because I don't feel like listing these for 1 gold. Hey Emilio, wouldn't it be better to hold on to these cheap skins in your main account? Maybe. I don't know. For skins that are like smaller, like, bro, I don't really care that much. Eventually, I'm selling these off on these alt accounts, and eventually what I'll do is I'll transfer the gold over to my main account. So yeah, your only challenger is time. With time you can consider your gold pass items to be assets, otherwise you can get anything cheaper than that. Facts. Yep, like anything, most people just aren't willing to wait. They want the instant gratification. They want the 1 marshmallow now instead of the 2 marshmallows later. And if that's you, that's fine, but just understand what the consequences of that choice are, I guess. You know what I mean? It's not that deep. You can wait and get more gold, or you can sell it now and get it now. It's up to you, man. It's not like right or wrong. It's just, what do you want out of the game? What are you willing to potentially miss out on to have what you want now versus wait a little bit and get it then. But honestly, like, I'm not the type of person that's gonna sit here and like worry about moving around these skins that are like 0.07 gold. You know what I mean? Like, even doing this is kind of a waste of time, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care that much. For the more expensive skins, or like for crafts or stuff like that, if we're talking about stuff that's like bigger skins, a couple hundred or a couple thousand gold, it makes sense. But like doing this, I don't really care, dude. I don't feel like listing all these items for 0.1 gold, so it is what it is. The only thing that kind of sucks is like any gold that I get from the battle passes, it ends up being like 50% or around 40% that I actually get to keep. So that's the real test. And that's what the whole point of doing this particular experiment with like playing the battle pass on different accounts and figuring out if it's actually profitable. The battle pass is $10. The amount of gold that you can get potentially, I think if you're doing it on one account, makes sense. If you're doing it on multiple accounts like I am, with the intention of moving the gold back to your main account, then I don't know if it's worth it. We can do this really, really quickly. So you can buy the battle pass for $10, $9.99 I think it was, right? And if you sell all the skins that you get from the battle pass and you get more than 500 gold, it was worth it. And you profited, because if you were to buy $9 or $10 worth of gold, you would have only gotten like 600, right? So if you sell the skins from the battle pass and get more than 600 gold, technically you're doing okay, right? You've got gold for cheaper than you would have if you had just bought it from the store. That's the point of the battle pass in selling the items, right? For me, there's another layer to it where the amount of gold that I'm getting, first of all of the skins that you get from your, marketplace transactions, you're minus 20% for the fee. So on my account, I have to be able to sell all of the skins and still have more than 500 to keep the fee, or like and with the fee to be profitable. That's a given. If you have the gold in your account, it's already been sold and the 20%'s been taken out. But now I've got to transfer that gold to another account, and I got to lose another 20% on that, which is the real thing. So I need to be able to get more than like 700 or 800 gold into my main account from any of the subs that I bought the battle pass on for it to be worth it, and for it to be cheaper than just buying the gold on my main account to begin with and not having to play the pass. So in reality, it needs to be more like whatever, 2,000 or so gold getting to my main account, which I don't know if that's possible. So we'll see. It'll all be part of the video. You guys will see the entire process. I'll do all the math. I'll figure it all out if it was worth it or not. Chances are it's probably not going to be worth it now that I'm like thinking about it, but yeah, it is what it is. I would have been better off to just buy the gold on my main account and buy the skins that I wanted instead of playing the battle pass on a million different accounts and whatever. Just, I don't know, kind of a waste of time, but it made for some good content at least. Hope the next gold pass is cheaper, like the Gambit pass, so I can buy it. Yeah, I think the Gambit pass was probably the most fair as far as the price, the amount of levels, and also the content and like what you get from it. That's what I think. You might not be surprised, but just last month, the UMP industrial skin was just 145 gold. Now it's 65. It's crazy. Anything in the market can surge in price. That's why I asked. UMP industrial, huh? Let's check it out. All right, so it's 35 gold. I mean, here's the thing, bro. Like, there's a lot of market manipulation that happens. I'm not a part of that. I'm not on the inside. So there's a lot of skins that get pumped up over time, but I don't really know much about what's going on with that. I'm not informed on when people are doing that. So Yeah, I mean, you can get lucky, and if you just have all these random low tier skins, and like you happen to notice, like, oh shit, people are pumping the price on this, and it goes way up, and you sell it, and you make some gold. Awesome, that's cool. But I've done that a couple times. The War Chief was like 200 something gold a while ago. I don't know where it's at now. Let's see. War Chief is now 70 gold. I bought it for like 13 or something like that, and sold it when it was like 200 because people were pumping it and inflating the price. So that does happen. Like, beware of market manipulation. But I would say that, like, I don't try to ride the wave or try to predict it or try to like get lucky with that. I just, if I have a skin that goes way up in value more than it's worth to me to keep it in my inventory, I'll sell it. The Kitsune Dream Pass was such a good investment. I really should have bought it. I did okay on the Kitsune Dream Pass. Honestly, the Vermilion skins should be higher in price. Like, if we look at those, yeah, the Kitsune Dreams knife and all that stuff with the bayonet, we kind of knew that those knives were going to be liked by the community. But honestly, the Vermilion should be way higher in price, bro. Like, I forget exactly how much I paid for the Stat Track Vermilion, but it should be worth, like, at least 3k gold if you like pay like if you break down the amount of money that you bought it for versus if you had just bought the gold and bought it on the market after. Like, it doesn't really make sense. Same thing with the Desert Eagle Vermilion. But if you look at stuff like the 8 Years collection, a lot of these are now starting to hit the prices where it's like it's worth the amount of gold that you actually paid for when you bought it. So like, I think the Mantis was like $60 or something like that. That would be like around 6,000 to 7,000 gold, which it's currently at. So it's like just now it's hitting the price that it would have been if you had bought it. So yeah, you just got to pay attention, catch things when they dip. Shiori says, I'll dip out now. Glad to have you back, brother. W Stream will surely look forward for the new upload. Yes, sir. Coming very, very soon. Appreciate it, man. Have a great night. I'll talk to you later. According to my analysis, the price of Gold Pass depends on how many gun skins are in the Battle Pass containers. So the more skins there are, the costlier it gets. Yes, that makes complete sense. I think you're right. Also, the amount of like stickers or weapon cases you get, it all is factored into the pass. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I completed the entire pass and I only got 3 Gambit boxes. And in the past 1, 2, or like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, there's not as many like weapon cases in there as well. A lot of times there's like 15 plus or like 15 to 20. So it was a cheaper pass with less good items in the battle pass, but overall I think better skins and stickers and charms and stuff like that. So I think this pass was worth it. I genuinely enjoyed this particular battle pass. So for $10 it'll be worth it as long as you're active in the game. If you do the daily tasks, you can get past the silver medal. Facts. If you can get past the silver medal, you've basically made profit no matter what. I've been inside the pumping zone. It's really a risky gamble, so it's all about time. According to my experience, it's best to stay out. I would say you're pretty much right. Buying the gold pass back then was pretty risky since you get a skin, not a container. Yeah. Yes, true. The system was introduced last summer. What system was? Like pumping and dumping skins or something else? What are we talking about now? What's we talking about here? Put these skins on the marketplace. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Alright, guys. It's after midnight. Let me log in on one more account. I'm going to put some of these skins up for sale, and we'll cash out some last little bits of gold here. I really didn't get anything good from that entire unboxing, bro. That's crazy. That's really sad, bro. I thought for sure I was going to get at least one really good item. And I was hoping to do it on stream or on video, but no such luck, man. That's hella unfortunate, dude. I have not gotten anything good from an unboxing in this game for a long time. For a long time. Do you remember the days when you get skins instead of the containers during the battle pass? Yes, I do. I'm glad that it's not like that anymore. Because I like being able to control a little bit more what I get and not leave it to RNG. I'd rather get a case and sell the case than just get a random skin, and if you get unlucky, you end up with a bunch of crappy skins or like low tier skins, and it really, I guess, like makes it super variable as far as what you could potentially get from a battle pass. You know, you could do really good and get really lucky and get a lot of gold, or you could get screwed and get unlucky and end up with like nothing. So I like that better. Do you know when will the gold sales event come out? No idea, dude. No idea. I'd imagine they'll do some kind of sale after this event. Again, Brock, I'm not a dev, so I don't know. I don't work on the game. I have no idea. But if I was to guess, I would say what I would like to see happen would be this update finishes. We get the skins put on the market. After that, they do a sale for the Fable case. They take the Fable case out, replace it with a new case, and by then, with those updates, we'll basically be into like Halloween, right? Like a week or two in between all of those. Maybe we get a little more summer content. Maybe we get like a new game mode or something like that. But as far as like a big battle pass with a lot of content, maybe we don't see one of those until like September or October for like the Halloween update, which they pretty much historically do at least every year. So we're guaranteed to get one of those, but what happens between now and then, I don't know. We'll see, man. We shall see. Cashing out all this gold, man. It's 0.08s and shit. Most likely during the peak seasons when the most players will be active. I hope you're talking about Black Friday sale event. Yes. Not Black Friday in particular, but I think he was just asking about like gold sales, which they do from time to time. Or sometimes they'll do like sales on cases and stuff, like kind of in between updates or in between content for battle passes. They'll do like sales. So summer and Christmas, yeah. Summer and Christmas are usually the biggest updates that we get every year. So like we got this one, which is the summer update. The Kitsune Dreams is the last big one for like Christmas, and there'll definitely be like another. It's usually either Christmas or New Year's, and then like summer. Those are the big ones. You know what I mean? All right, we got the Taint 10.23. That sells instantly. Nice. We got our Tech 9 tie-dye, 1.94. All right, we got a couple more here. AWM. Sell this for 2 gold. Pisces, 1.97. Boom, there's that. All right, I think we're pretty much cleaned out here, guys. Oh, we got to do the fragments too. Sell all of them. I wish you could do that with the other skins. That would be convenient. Create. Yes, sir. Limited amount of transactions. So 5 for 0.05. What did we just sell them for? 0.04. Sell 0.05. There we go. All right, fragments are up. Our cases are up. That's pretty much it, guys. All right, yo. Chat, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You guys are the best. Had a good time opening up these cases, finishing up the battle pass pretty much. Stay tuned for more content coming soon. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you. Join the Discord as well. Trying to get the Discord more active. Got a lot of news and other stuff happening in there. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening or day, depending on where you're at. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Razor says, hey, Emilio, you mentioned you were going to get a gaming phone. So have you decided on a specific one? Honestly, I just bought this phone. I had gone back and forth depending on if I was going to get an ROG or a Red Magic, or there's a couple other ones like Asus makes a phone, I think, too. I looked at a couple different ones. I ended up getting the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The screen's big. I also use my phone for like my personal and like business life and stuff like that. So as far as like, it was easier for me to justify spending, $1,200 on a phone that I'm going to use for other things outside of gaming that's also better than my previous phone for gaming, than spending money on just a gaming phone. In the future, I might get one just because I want to and to try it and see if there's a big difference. I also would really love if I get a gaming phone, the only feature that I really care about is that the plug comes out of the top. Like having the dongle or like the cables coming out of the side messes up my gameplay so much. I hate holding the phone with the cable in between my fingers. I would love it if the cable came out of the top, and I know some of the phones, some of the gaming phones do that. So that's probably, whatever phone does that is one that I'd consider getting. So that would definitely be the way to go for me. But all right, guys, I'm going to take off. I appreciate you all. I'll catch you in the next one, and hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace out.